Kevin goes up. Hey, so what's up with all the anal probes? They're like, you were molested. He's like,
in our planet, we call that molestation.
yeah, Kevin.
What do you guys call it here?
It's like, we don't do that.
Yeah, we don't know you, dude. You're not on our list at all.
We do have camera from your room about 12 years ago when it happened, though.
Why would 12 years ago? That would have been way late in your life. Kevin's like,
27 in his
I was raped when I was in my 20s. I was raped and molested by aliens in my 20s.
you weren't even molested by aliens.
Now that I realize, I think there was a zipper on the back.
His uncle's in there. Hey, champ. Are you sleeping?
Don't worry, Kevin. After this, we can play catch. We'll play catch. You want to throw the ball around?
I have a catch.
You want to throw the ball
Remember, it's our
around?
little secret. Don't tell mom and dad, okay? Here's some candy. Seven deals right now.
What? Welcome to the Skids Podcast. I am Shane Kopke. I am here with Tim Gage. And
Kevin, goddammit.
Kevin McNichols.
That's me.
Yeah, it's him. He's here. He's queer. He's on the show. He does things. He edits the show from time to time.
He does a fantastic job as well.
Thank you, sir.
Incomparable work.
And the way Kevin's brain works is, I'm going to do all these shorts and then I'm going to peter out as soon as I can.
Fuck, it's strenuous work even
I know
with a good computer. Fuck
absolutely,
that,
I know it's strenuous work. I'm not giving him
sucks.
shit for that. I just know Kevin well enough that this has happened in the past with us on other. Remember when we did a show?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it's like neither of us could fucking do it on the nights that we planned.
I know.
It's like one of us has something to do, the other one had something to do.
Yeah.
And all we're doing it was on Zoom.
Well, I mean, we
we
missed,
were just doing it on Zoom.
Well, we missed our last one just because it was really
Well,
hard
that
to
one
nail
was
it all
yeah.
down.
that one was
Yeah.
weird.
It was,
That
two guys
doesn't-
got sick. You can't beat the odds on that.
Yeah.
And then, it was the weekend, and I had no plans, then plans, and then no plans.
Yeah, Hey, that happens. I mean,
Just
look,
That
that
goes
was
that way, man.
that was our 9/11.
Well, and
Yeah.
then the day that you guys you could, I was stuck at a job, so I couldn't leave right away. By the time I was going to leave,
yeah.
you already had plans,
Yeah.
going later on that night. So
Yeah.
Well, it was supposed to be Sunday. No, Sunday was not available, and then became available. And then Monday was available, and then became not available.
Yeah.
I mean,
On Sunday I
That's
was
the day
out
I was
getting a new
working.
car.
Yeah,
So-
you had that thing going on, too.
So yeah, if I wouldn't have had the car thing, we could have easily done Sunday at like.
We didn't
noon.
hear it all from Kevin. We didn't know that
Oh, that's true. Kevin didn't get back to us because it wasn't
at all.
afternoon yet, or whatever it is to him. It's like 4:35. He's like, "Oh yeah, I can do it this afternoon." Kevin, no.
It's evening.
wait, now was that Sunday or Monday?
Sunday.
Okay, yeah.
A message to say it just came available.
Okay, yeah.
Shane was buying a car.
Dude, I had my cat wake me up last night.
Well, that's nice.
All right, so I hear this fucking like pawing at something over and over. I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck you, cat. I hate it when the cat wakes me up. And then I get up and I'm like, oh, I know what it is. Immediately. Second I saw her sitting there just staring into a corner.
Ghosts.
Yes, it was
God
ghosts.
damn it! I fucking hate those fuckers.
Ghosts again. Ghosts all the
They're
time.
so inconsiderate too. You're trying to fucking sleep.
Fucking mouse.
That's
then
when they
they're-
always bother
It was
you.
a mouse.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, so I ended up I moved.
Shane lives in a barn, by the way.
Yeah,
it was a ghost mouse.
Yeah, I live in a barn, and there was too much alfalfa out.
Yeah. Forgot to shut the barn gates.
Yeah, no, I forgot to put away the grain.
He's got mouse or cats. Is what
No, so the cat is just sitting there looking at it. I moved this fucking little garbage can I have out of the way, and I'm like, I don't see it anywhere. And then all of a sudden I see it kind of scurry a little bit, and then it walks out like right in front of her and just stops.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, hey,
Pulling a full Jerry on her, huh?
yes, I even messaged someone that my cat went all Tom and Jerry.
Well, isn't it there's also like some disease that mice can get where they're not afraid of cats or something?
Yes,
Have you heard that?
it's called
Idiocy.
Is it the toxoplasmosis?
toxoplasmosis. Yeah.
Maybe it had that.
Yeah. Well, you do know
It
that
is Shane's house.
I believe that like
I don't think the carpet's been cleaned in what?
Tim, I think it's like 60% of people have toxoplasmosis anyway. Almost everybody that rides a motorcycle has it.
How's that?
So toxoplasmosis in humans apparently makes you like
Makes you more risk taking.
you're what is it?
Risk
Risk-adverse?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're more risk-adverse, so you can actually you take more chances. So there's a lot of people that ride motorcycles that have toxoplasmosis.
Uh-huh.
And the weird thing about toxoplasmosis is
they should sell that in pill form.
but the weird thing about it though is what it does is it does it to rats. I don't think it's mice.
Oh,
I think it's a rat disease.
Okay.
But rats become sexually aroused by feline piss.
That's
I've heard
what
about
it was.
that.
Yeah.
So they'll
that
go
sounds familiar.
They'll go and try to find that. They'll seek it out. They'll be like, oh, now I have a hard on for this fucking
jacking
piss.
off in the litter box.
Yeah, so they'll go and try to find the piss, and then the cat eats them, and then the cat gets toxoplasmosis, and the way people get it is from like particles in the fecal matter that float up, and then you inhale it or whatever, or eat poop.
Oh, how do you like that?
Yeah, that's apparently how you get it. As
Cleaning
a person.
out your cat
and
box.
yet, it's like I think it's like 50 or 60% of people have it. But that also might be like in different parts of the world. It's weird. It's a weird disease. But anyway, so the cat, it just stands in front of the cat, and then it's like pawing its own like its head off because I assume the cat beat the shit out of it already. So I'm like, all right, go get it, you know. And it just goes over and just starts playing with it. And I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. So I grabbed the mouse and just tossed it outside. It's a field mouse, so it's like, dude, it was seriously like the size of my thumb. It was that small.
Oh,
So, but I was like, if the cat's gonna eat it, just fucking eat it. Go for it.
So the cat was just
cats
playing.
won't do that.
I know they like to play with it for 25 minutes.
Yeah, they
Dude,
toy with
yeah.
it for a long time, and then
Oh,
they
yeah.
eat half of it.
My cat-
No, my
yeah.
cat eats all of it.
My cat Jack, he'll toss them up in the air, batting at them, and tear their head off and leave it on the front porch for me.
Dude, I had a cat when I was younger that killed. I don't know what it killed, but to appease me, it left the heart of something
Isn't that weird?
right at my door.
Yeah, they'll leave organs and
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
for you. It's like, what the fuck? I didn't need that.
It's their way of saying, "Hey, I brought food home."
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
it's it's their bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're bonding with you. They're like, you feed me, now I feed you, and you're like, I'm not fucking eating that.
Yeah.
Fuck is wrong
don't
with
eat
you?
it, though?
It's
That's kinda
very
rude.
sweet.
Yeah, thanks, cat, for your disgusting heart that you
for
left
the,
me.
the savagely ripped out heart
Terrible
of
when my
a
kids
poor
see
little
it,
animal.
and there's a baby bunny in my cat's mouth, and the kids are sitting there screaming. I'm like,
Oh,
what?
see,
Oh yeah, we find headless birds on our front porch all the
Yeah.
time because my cat Jack's
how do you
an
know
outdoor
that's not
indoor
just
cat.
part of the next evolution of birds, Kevin?
Well, we all know they're
birds
not-
without
they're-
bodies?
They're not real anyway.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah, they're all robots.
You mean headless government spy drones?
Yeah. Just means the battery wore out or something like that.
Yeah, it's just the battery war.
the body falls off and then the head just kind of rolls
Yeah,
around.
that's how it works.
No, the body flies back to
Those
base. and the
people
head stays
make me
behind.
laugh so much. The ones that are like, birds aren't real. They're not real? What do you mean? Oh, birds? They're government spies. They're drones.
Yeah.
Okay. I've
Just
shot
good as
birds. They're not drones.
Flat earthers and all that other shit too.
Yeah.
And I heard recently Elon thinks we're in a simulation, or is that?
Yeah, he's thought that for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
That's one of the places where I pulled all that simulation stuff.
Yeah, he
from.
basically says that like the chances of us being in base reality is tiny. It's minuscule.
Well, so, but there's qualifiers within
Sure,
that, right?
sure.
So the qualifiers are if it is possible to create a simulation, then it is more likely that we're in a simulation than not. And you think about it, you go, well, why is that? Well, if you could make 1 billion simulations in only one reality, what are the chances that you're not in that simulation?
Valid point. If you
So-
go by the
well,
theory
and when
of
you
odds,
when
Yeah.
you look at how good like graphics and things like that are going and programming and all that stuff.
Well, look at what AI is doing now. It's finally starting
Yeah.
to get hands right about 60% of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not fully there.
No, but it's getting there.
But their faces are amazing.
They're
Dude,
amazing. Yeah.
So every once in a while, this one pops up on Instagram, and it's definitely an AI chick. But people are, they still do the whole Bob's and Vagine all over it.
Oh yeah. There's
But I'm
one,
like, this chick is not real,
yeah,
guys.
There's a famous one where apparently the person that made it, that created the female and the account and everything, has been making a lot of money off of it from people.
I don't
you
have
know?
a problem with that. Make your
No,
fucking money.
what the fuck ever.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
start doing it.
Well, it's the
Honestly,
art.
that's kind of genius.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's when you sell art that's AI generated. They're starting to trying
Right.
to copyright it or something
Well,
like that.
no. What the point is, you're not supposed to sell it.
Yeah.
You can use it.
Yeah, you're not
but
supposed
you
to.
can't make money off.
Remember,
it.
that's how we got rid of drugs, Tim.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
Oh, you can have them.
No.
You just not use it. You can't use them.
Oh, that's actually kind of the way this state's old suppressor laws used to work. You could buy a suppressor, you could buy the gun that it fits on, but you can't put them
You
together.
can't put them together. Yeah.
That's how the rule used to be.
Jesus.
It's like
How dumb is that?
Well, it's even dumber because criminals aren't going to fucking care
No!
about the law.
And the thing is, people always think that like suppressors are the same thing as like video game silencers.
No, they're not.
Where you go, ting, ting,
Or movie
ting,
silencers.
ting. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
that at
no,
all.
it's
They're loud as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
People
just
don't
not
understand
as
that.
loud as
They-
the
yeah,
as
you-
the regular gun.
You can take a 22, go out and shoot it, need hearing protection, and then put a suppressor on and not need the hearing protection, but it's
Yeah.
still loud as fuck.
Still loud, yeah.
Well, you use those subsonic rounds too.
Subsonic, and if you have subsonic in a bolt that's not cycling,
Yeah.
you can usually get them pretty quiet.
I've heard some people have done with that Walther P22
Yeah.
subsonics through that with a good.
Isn't that the
suppressor on
James Bond gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walther PPK.
PP9 or
PPK, that's it.
Yeah.
PPK, yeah, okay.
PPKS, I believe,
Okay.
is what he had.
But
That's a cool
that
looking
Walther
cool gun.
that Walther 22 is a really sweet little gun. I wouldn't
Walther-
mind having one.
Walther, the P22 is
Yeah.
pretty cool. The P99, I'm not a big fan of.
No,
I've fired it. The trigger pull on it is so
that's the
long.
Austin Powers one, isn't it?
No, he I think also used the PPK.
I think
it a
he has the
PPK then?
yeah. I think
Yeah.
he probably has the PPK.
Huh. Well, regardless, I like that little gun.
Oh,
I
so
want one.
we were talking about video games. Did you hear about what they did with Unity? You know, the Unity video game editor, which
No.
a lot of games are made from. It's kind of like Unreal 5, you know,
okay.
but it's a different engine. Well, basically, there's a ton of games that are made with Unity, and apparently the CEO of Unity has now made it to where after so many downloads, the developer of a game has to pay them for subsequent downloads that people do of the game. So say they get to a certain level, like say 500 downloads. Once they get to 500 downloads of that game, they then have to pay Unity money for every subsequent download after that.
even though they've already.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
It's a new thing.
frustrating
It
as
just
fuck.
happened like yesterday, and now everyone's flipping out because
Well-
all these developers who have made their games with Unity are now freaking out that they're going to go bankrupt having to pay Unity all this money.
Well,
So-
you can't make a rule up after a contract.
Yeah,
though.
I would say that they're gonna have like some class
Yeah, there's
action.
gonna be some legal stuff
I don't
going
doubt
on
it.
there.
Now, if
But
you
it's all
sign-
over the
if
the
you
news
sign
right
I
now.
could see from here going
Yes,
on forward.
I
yeah.
can see if
Yeah.
you sign up for it now and
But
then
it's
go
still
for it.
insane. It's like
But the problem is, though,
You know.
a lot of people don't read contracts of any kind.
that's
So
true.
they'll go through and be like, yeah.
You would think tech companies
Well,
would have
tech
some
companies,
sort
you would
of
think,
legal-
yeah, and
legal
gotta remember
team.
though, a lot of these companies that make games and stuff, they're not always big companies. Some of them are really small with only a handful of people.
Yeah,
there-
that's
there's
a guy.
company-
A guy made a video game by himself.
Sure.
Well,
So
yeah,
it
the-
happens. Yeah.
When VR was first starting to break through in its second renaissance, because the first renaissance sucked back in the 90s.
That's hilarious.
It was terrible. But in the second renaissance of fucking of VR, there was a kid that he decided to go, he was going to college and everything. He had a little bit of coding, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he just started watching on YouTube how to make a video game.
Yeah, you can. It's
And
crazy.
Then he started making a game, and he made this game called Onward, which is
Oh.
it's a VR first-person shooter.
I know what you're talking
over
about.
in like Afghanistan and shit, and
It's like one of the
Iraq
more
and shit like
popular
that.
ones on
Yes, it is
on the platform.
I've heard of
and
it.
He ended up making that with just a tiny bit of coding knowledge and YouTube tutorials on how to make a video game. Ended up selling like within the first month, I think like 16,000 copies, which was enough for him to actually open a company up
Hire
and
a
then
bunch more people on.
actually hire people on and all that
Yeah.
shit. And he ended up now that I think that's what he does now is just makes video games.
You know, that's actually a
Every
much
nerd's
more
dream.
common
Yeah.
story than you think because
Nerd.
there's a lot of these like little like independent
He
companies.
doesn't get it.
Yeah, I get it.
He's talking. He
There's a
can't-
lot of
he
these
can't
little
multitask.
independent companies where it's like they start with like two guys in the garage and then they make that one game that they put out and it sells really well and they go and they hire 50 people.
The
and,
guy that
you know.
made DayZ.
Yeah, same
right?
thing.
So
yeah.
he made it as kind of a passion project on the side. I think he was doing some freelance work for Bohemia Interactive, which is the company that ended up picking it up. But he on the side he was just like, well, let's take the Arma engine and fucking make a zombie game out of
Yeah.
it. And then they finally said, fuck it, we're gonna hire you to actually make the full game for our company. And so he did that. And I think he's an Australian.
Isn't that
dude.
the same story of Grandma's Boy or something like that?
Similar, but that
similar?
guy, yeah, and
Yeah,
that guy
kinda.
was making his own video game,
Yeah.
and then the other
But
guy
he,
stole
but he
it.
was using company assets to make it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But then
and-
he was going to propose it to the company.
right.
yes.
And the higher up's like, oh, I'll do that. And tried tried
Yeah,
to
the
take-
robot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stole it from him. I am a robot.
Yeah,
I have a
you know,
robot vagina.
Everything about that movie I loved except that.
Yeah.
I fucking hated that movie just because of that guy.
That guy, that's the reason he was that way. You want to hate him.
Yeah. But I didn't hate him because you're supposed to hate him. I hated him because I could not stand.
Yes,
The robot voice.
And Tim, I'm telling you, that was the direction they were going.
That was the point.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
They wanted
he
you
did
to-
his job.
They wanted you to be it to be so cringeworthy that you were like, I'm embarrassed to watch this
that's
part.
what I mean.
That's how.
where
Yes,
got
I
it.
hate. Look. I've known people that were like that,
That's what I mean.
and I hate them.
Yeah. And that.
And I don't hate anybody.
There's
Oh, now he brought in the nerd thing.
There you
Like
go.
25 minutes
we're,
later.
We're allowed to hate. There's one guy. I mean, everyone can agree on that. Is Kyle. Everyone fucking hates that fucking douche.
Oh no.
We can say Kyle because everyone has a fucking Kyle. Monster Kyle punches holes in the walls and shit like that. You know, Kyle.
Sex crazed and retard strong.
You know, there's Karens and Kyles, and everyone's allowed to hate the Karen, and everyone's allowed to hate the Kyle.
All right.
Bitch beater, fucking spiked hair, has fucking bejeweled pants,
Frosted tips.
frosted tips.
It says plump.
Yep. Or juicy.
Well, I was trying. The juicy was for the chick side.
It
I
says,
was trying to go the other way.
says plump. I've never seen a dude's pants say plump, but
Nobody
I'm
has.
all for it,
It
bud.
was. That was part of the joke, man.
It's his brand, his clothing line.
But yeah, there's that Kyle starter pack that you see all the time, or the Karen starter pack. It's the haircut, the fucking terrible purse,
Dude.
all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not a good era to be a Karen or a
No,
Kyle.
it's not.
I
It's
feel
not.
that these are the same people that always live in like gated communities, and I've just realized, like, I've driven through a few, that gated communities are for people that hate neighbors.
And they're segregated.
And they want all their neighbors. They're like, fuck them. I want. They don't mow their lawn 3 times a
Oh
week.
yeah, they usually also have all those stupid like rules, at the houses and
the
stuff where it's
HOA,
like you're,
yeah.
that exactly. You have to have your mailbox a certain color and all this other bullshit.
Well, see, I've always had this well, not fantasy, I guess, but I think it'd be funny to chain those gates closed. You guys don't want us in there. We don't want you out here.
And then set their houses on fire.
The whole fucking Fight Club thing. Just fucking chain them up. It's like, all right, fine.
I don't remember them doing that in
Did they do
Fight
that in
Club.
Fight
No, they turned the spiked strips backwards.
Yeah.
In that one gated community.
That wasn't a gated community.
Well, what was it?
It was like a condo section.
Yeah, it was like condos, I think, something like
Okay,
that.
so-
It was like in the city.
I just watched Fight Club again. I remember what it was though. That's.
And I know it was a limousine that was coming out that lost
Yeah,
its
but it was
tires.
definitely not
Yeah.
a gate. I don't think it was a gated community.
But it was it's that premise. Of,
I get it. You don't like people. I understand.
Well, I think that's the hypocrisy of gated communities. You don't want the public in your area. Well, we don't want you out in the public.
yeah. Okay.
That's how I see it.
You don't like. I get it. You don't like people. Tim, I've realized this over knowing you this time.
I hate rich people.
You hate rich people.
I really do.
Which is hilarious to me. I don't.
Because I want to be rich.
So it's jealousy. It's just jealousy.
Yeah, I guess you could say it's jealousy.
Well, that's what it
there's
is.
not even guessing it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
very
it's
jealous
100%
of them, but-
jealousy.
Good old fashioned envy.
I like how you've started it out. Well, I guess maybe it could
there's
be
also
jealousy.
like you take what
100% jealousy.
wealth has done to some people. You take like let's say Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
As I understand it, he's an absolute asshole.
Yeah,
now.
he's a douchebag.
Yeah, he's a cunt.
He's
I'm
always
sure.
been.
No, I'm sure prior to this whole fame thing, he was pretty humble. I'm betting on his
not
beginnings.
necessarily. So
I heard he was always kind of a
so here's what I think
Same
that-
with Ellen DeGeneres. I'm sure when they were starting off doing a tour,
I
just basically
disagree.
doing
I disagree.
doing
The- in the-
stand up or something like
the
that,
reason-
struggling.
But the reason I disagree is because I think that wealth just brings out who you actually
That's what I
are.
mean.
Yeah.
I don't think
yeah.
it fucking. Because there's plenty of wealthy people that are
Okay,
just
so let
decent
me
people.
rephrase
Sure.
it. It brings out that inner monster that everyone.
Yes,
assumes
if you
has.
have a fucking monster in you, then you're going to be a monster to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. But I'm still saying, when there wasn't money, they had humility.
Here's the thing. Say that I just all of a sudden had a ton of money.
That's why
you would think that I was an asshole because of the money, and I'd be like, Tim, I'm exactly the same.
That's why I wouldn't take money from you
This is
because I know you. I don't know what the money would do to you.
You have no fucking clue.
It's so true.
No.
like if you came across a huge pile of money, like millions of dollars, and we've talked about it, it's like you're gonna provide for the show. Guys, quit your jobs. We're doing this for a living.
Yeah,
I
what's
wouldn't
wrong?
do it. I couldn't do it.
Why?
Because again, it'd be under Shane's thumb.
I like how you see. That's the thing. He thinks I'd
And
be a
Kevin's all
tyrant.
about,
I
"I'll
have none
fucking
of
do
that.
I'm
it,
like, dude, he the amount of money he said he'd pay me, fucking, I will sit under his thumb.
Well, it's not only that.
Happily.
You'd be under this desk right now.
Kevin actually would be under the desk.
bumping his head on the fucking
I'd be
other
like,
side of the table.
I'd be like, Kevin, keep searching for more porn. I'd just be sitting here looking at that. Well, you know, I'd be like, next time shave. It's a little fucking uncomfortable. No, I don't see why you think I would be a tyrant. Because you would be a tyrant. Is that why?
Yeah, I probably
See,
would
that's
be.
the thing.
But that's why I know.
I think you reflect on
that's-
what you would do.
So what you're
in
saying
that
is
thing.
you're a monster.
No,
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
You're a terrible person, Tim.
I was thinking about that today. Like, let's say I got $50 million.
okay.
Half of that would go to my friends and family. The other quarter of it would go to savings or a high yield savings, so I can
Yeah.
live off of that. And then the other quarter would go for immediate pleasure. That's how I would spend that money.
It would just be all be rub and tugs.
Yeah, it would be 20 shit ton of drugs,
$25
shit ton of
million
coke,
in fucking
shit
rub
ton
and
of
tugs.
prostitutes, a huge fucking house, all the toys I've ever wanted, and then live off the interest the rest of my life. But I want my first and foremost is half of that goes to. I don't want my family or my friends to worry about finances anymore.
Yeah.
that'd be my goal with it. You know, and that's not me saying, "Well, I'm just trying to be nice." Like, no, that's literally what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the people I care about, I don't want them to have to worry about the stuff that I worry about prior to having the money.
Yeah, I mean, it would be
I'm not going to
nice.
say I'm going to give everybody $1 million, but I'm saying I'll pay off your house. You know,
Well, that's the thing. I think
all
that
your debts are wiped.
I think that
That's how I
you
look-
also got to
that's how
look
I
at
see it.
who you're giving. If something like that ever happened, you got to look at who you're giving money to, right? If you know that it's somebody that's already irresponsible with money, they're not going to be any better.
Well, that's why it's
For
me
it.
paying off their debts.
Yeah, but they'll just get
I'd-
more debts, and they'll
that's
ask you
not
again.
my problem.
And then ask you
And-
again.
and
And
No,
then
this
ask
is-
you
yeah,
again.
this is like
That's
a
what-
one-time.
That's
yeah,
exactly it. And that's
sort
how
of
I
thing.
thought about it too. It wouldn't be something where I go to them and, "Hey, what's your debts?"
Yeah.
I would go to their bank. I'd find out their address, and I'd find out what their bank is, and I'd just go. I want to pay off that amount.
Yeah.
Santa Claus Tim.
Yep. And that's how I would do it. And they wouldn't know where it came from.
be
I mean,
hilarious.
obviously, I'm sure my family would know because Tim just came across a bunch of money, and now I don't have a mortgage anymore.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious. Tim just
No, that's cool, though.
shimmying down
That is-
people's
yeah.
chimneys, getting
But
into
that's
their
how
a lot
financial
more than
records.
I'm sure a lot of rich people.
That's how I would approach it because, again, $25 million for immedate pleasure could take care of everything I want, literally.
It would be for a long time.
And then the
too.
interest
Yeah.
off the other 25, or I'm sorry, a quarter of half of it. So half of 50 is 25. So half of
12.5.
12.5 for immediate, 12.5 in savings. The interest off of that I could live off.
Dude,
the
I
rest
could
of my
see you
life.
just doing the dumbest shit though with the.
Yeah, and I
12.5.
would.
You'd be like, dude,
Who wouldn't for a while?
I want to get a giant fucking big screen so I can watch Rings of Power again.
No, I wouldn't even need a big screen. I'd want a holodeck. I wouldn't want
He's like,
screens all
I want to
around
be
me.
in Rings of Power.
That's what I mean. That's what I would set up. I'm sure there's a means of doing that.
Making a holodeck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in a simulation, Tim. We're already in a holodeck.
Well, there you go.
I want to shut that smarmy cunt Galadriel up with my dick.
Who doesn't?
I don't even
Who
know.
doesn't? I want to see that smile wipe right off her fucking face.
I don't get the reference.
More like a scowl. Oh, if you saw Rings of Power,
I'm
you
not
know what I'm
going to
talking
watch
about.
The horse riding
Horrible
scene.
shit.
You've never seen a
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
smile on a person's face. I swear that was kind of eerie
It was, man. That smile. Let me see if I can show Shane this.
because it was. I mean, literally, it looked like it reached.
Why are you
her
looking up
fucking-
Mitt Romney?
Like they actually. I'm sure it was all CG'd to make it look more expressive, but the background was all fake too. But
There we
it was
go.
like,
Look at
Jesus, they like overdid it. Way
Look
overdid
at that
it.
smile.
I don't know. She just looks like she's happy on a horse.
It's in slow
No, I
motion.
mean like her face is about to like.
Yeah, it looks like she's in pain. Almost.
right.
She's smiling so much.
Well, how do we know that this universe isn't also with the Hellraiser universe? We just can't see the hooks.
Invisible hooks.
We just can't see the hooks. she's
be it, too.
she's got the fucking little what is the box called? What is the box called? in there?
It's called the Lamont configuration.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Lamont configuration. There you go, Tim.
I'm a Hellraiser fan.
I like Hellraiser too.
Yeah.
I just
But like, yeah, so he's like, yes,
Yeah.
smile, my
he's
little
like making her
pigeon."
smile.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
And
Let's see, I would wipe that.
But
right
this
off her
this
fucking
smile goes on for like 5 minutes.
face. Yeah.
in that
In
scene.
slow
It's all in
motion.
slow motion.
Has she ever ridden a horse before?
Well, it's the first time
Several
been back
times
on a
throughout
horse
the movie.
since
Yeah,
she's
or the
traveled.
show.
She traveled over the ocean to be on this island. It doesn't typically. So she was
Okay,
spent.
so she's happy.
Yeah, she spent.
You
a
guys
shit
are
ton of
mad
time.
at someone being happy.
No, it's just so
I get
dumb.
it, Tim. You want
I
everyone
wasn't
to be
mad at it.
miserable.
I was like, wow, this is kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I could see
It was
maybe
cringeworthy.
Yeah, I could see maybe about 30 seconds of it. Not even 30 seconds. About 15 seconds. Oh, that's cool. But it was just like, all right, it's carrying on a little bit longer than I need it to. But they did that a lot in that show.
Yeah. It was so cheesy.
They had
and
so many
cringy.
extended scenes. It's like, you could probably explain what was going on there in a lot less time and covered a lot more.
Yeah, I never.
But that's
Well,
kind of
never
I think
watched that shit.
Well,
the design of the ring is what I mean.
Oh yeah, it was all awful.
Yeah.
Like, and also they fucked up the storyline. They fucked up the history. They've
Yeah.
made up their own shit. It just when I watched it, it pissed me
There
off.
was another theory being woke too. They put so
It
much
was
woke stuff in there to
Well,
make it
yeah,
work.
that's what everything has to have now.
Yeah.
It was
Dude,
definitely
Who
woke.
who was it? I just watched something where a guy was asked about, like, he was in a movie about like the 18 or no, it's like 1780s
I know what you're
or
talking
something
about.
like that.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, and
the actor.
he was asked in an interview. He's like, "Well, how come? Do you feel bad that you guys aren't going to be Oscar contenders because you guys don't have enough
You don't have any
inclusion
diversity.
in your movie?" He's like, "It's about the Netherlands in
Yeah,
or in 1780." He's like, "What are you talking about?"
I really like Mads Mikkelsen anyway. That guy's fucking awesome.
And he laughs at the
It was
reporter.
fucking. It was great. He laughs at it. He's like, "What are you talking about? This is a movie about a place where there weren't any others."
He's one of the good ones. Polar was a fantastic movie. He did one of the western one too that was pretty good.
Western one. What Western?
God, I can't remember the name of it now. But he came in. He was basically a foreign guy that went into a western town and started a business and got.
Yeah, go to the diversity. There you go.
Okay, yeah, here it is.
Which is
He's
the
handsome as fuck too. That guy's a good-looking guy.
Okay, yeah, the one that's what
He's
a
got
minute 59.
An air about
Yeah,
him.
we'll go to that one.
Yeah, because that one doesn't look like it has anybody else.
Anybody talking over it?
Yeah.
When dry eye symptoms keep.
All right,
Oh, shut up, ad.
we need to get premium.
Hello, I'm from
Okay, here
Denmark,
it is.
and it's a pleasure to be here. So you're a little bit into
That's
it.
too quiet.
This is a cast.
It's pretty quiet.
Danish production.
Well, that's way
Which
loud.
is entirely Nordic.
That works.
It therefore has some lack of diversity, you would say, as also new rules are implied in
What
Hollywood.
are you on to?
Sorry, but
from the
it's,
get-go.
From the
It's like
get-go,
from
there
the
is
get-go.
some rules of diversity across the Atlantic for competing in the best picture, the equivalent to this competition. As I see it, you don't live up to these standards with this broadcast, and there is just curious. It's not because of artistic reasons; it's because of lack of diversity that this can't compete in that competition. Are you worried about that?
Are you? And
Me?
I'm serious and honest because
I'm
you're putting
way
us on the
loud.
spot. So
Yeah,
you
sure.
answer the
No,
question.
because I have in comparison Parasite, which is a great
What do you
movie.
think?
I was thinking that Parasite, which is a great movie, coming from South Korea, had the same level of diversity. But coming from South Korea, this was actually still eligible for the competition. You, as a Danish movie with an all Nordic cast.
What a
It's
terrible
similar,
interviewer. That guy
but I think
fucking
it's a little
sucks.
bit
Yeah.
conundrum.
I don't understand the question.
I don't either. What
first
the
of all,
fuck are you talking
the
about,
film
dude?
takes place in Denmark in the 1750s.
Yeah.
We do have a
Denmark.
big plot line, about a girl of color.
Oh
who is
Jesus! Now he's trying.
being
Oh no, we do
subjected
have
to
a girl of
racism.
color in there.
And and which was very rare. Any people of color in Denmark in
Yes.
17, almost nobody. She was probably at the time the only one in the entire country of Denmark. So it was. I would say that
That's probably the only one in the
it
entire
hasn't
country.
been-
And we did a
wasn't
film with her
thought
in
in
it.
our mind that
And we got her.
I think it would be
Yeah, but you get the point. Like,
stupid.
I just.
The
I
whole
love,
idea- This
I
guy's-
love Mads Mikkelsen's
Mads
fucking reaction.
joking
He's
around
just
about
like,
it. The other guy's
yeah.
trying to be serious because
Yeah.
he knows he's got
That's
something
the
at stake.
director,
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I mean. No,
because now they have now
we're
he's going to be
inclusive in that.
he's going to be held with the stink of you didn't have enough of whatever
Yeah,
we
it's-
said. It's the dumbest fucking thing in the world. It's the same thing I feel about like companies that we were hiring for diversity reasons now. Why? Like, is everything running so perfectly that You know what I mean? Like, hire whoever the best person. I don't care who it is.
Well, yeah,
that's
but also
been the
the
argument
thing is,
across
though,
the board.
when
is
you're
bu-
making historical
dumb.
movies based on like this, they're saying this is based off actual history.
no,
Yeah.
you
And
can't.
it's like-
You can't do time period pieces anymore.
But
No.
that's
you really
It's
can't
fucking ridiculous, though.
without it being ridiculous.
Imagine
without it being,
HBO's new John Adams fucking series. It's just all black
Oh,
dudes.
yeah. Or like,
No,
or
they're
like,
all
what was-
Asian.
Or all
Well,
Asian,
or
yeah.
What was that Viking? There was a Viking show that came out where it was based on real events, real people, and they turned one of the jarls, which was like a king in the Vikings, and turned it into a black woman, even though the real guy was a Viking man.
Yeah.
Like,
And things were very, very segregated back then for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Not because they hated each other. That was part of it. You hated the outsider.
Sure.
Right?
No matter
But
what
it
they
was-
look like,
But it
it's
was
outsiders.
Yes, but it was also because people didn't travel very far.
yeah.
How do you,
yeah, it's tough when you've got a melting pot today.
Yes.
and there wasn't much of one back then.
No, because most people, I think, there's like most people spent their whole lives within like 40 miles of their village.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
in those days.
If
you know,
that.
if not less than that. You know,
I say less than that still.
probably less than
Yeah,
that.
I'm-
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's still a lot of people that never leave their home.
I don't want to leave anywhere.
Yeah, you could die.
Yeah. I could meet somebody. Ugh.
Fuck that.
Gross.
man. We'll go back to my hut and
Other
jack off.
fucking people.
Or that bear rug.
Dis-
I might
Disgusting.
have a life
Have you
experience.
seen that spin out? Well, it was a parody series called Northman.
No.
It was. They had the Viking series, and then these guys came out. Norsemen. Was it
You
Norsemen?
came up with
I didn't see that one.
parody, and that reminds me of
And it was
something.
hilarious because it was basically, they had the same accent and everything. They're trying to do the whole Vikings thing with the Jarls and all that, but it was comedy, and it was almost like The Office of the Viking
Oh,
community.
really?
It was so fucking funny.
That sounds
But the
cool.
Jarl's brother liked to go to the little shit log and draw pictures of everyone's assholes without them seeing, and so he had all these leather layouts,
that.
all these leather drawings in his house of men's assholes and balls.
What
That they
the fuck?
discovered in his fucking hidden closet that he would jack off to. It was fucking hilarious.
That's almost like V for Vendetta.
Yeah, but this guy was etching them out, and then he became the jarl of the village. And he was just some pervert. He would, on occasion, he would sneak over to the poop log and put his finger on their butthole.
What is this, like a dream you had?
No, it's a TV series. I think it lasted maybe 4 seasons. It was hilarious.
Actually, there was a guy like that in Red Dead Redemption
Which one?
Is this the one?
too.
Oh, no, which guy?
Yeah, there was a guy that goes and fucking he tries hiding from you in an outhouse.
No, he wasn't hiding from you. He was hiding from someone else.
Oh, either
In
way.
that one city, Strawberry.
Yeah, and then you can just let him die
So
Yeah.
in the
it-
outhouse.
Hey, is this the one? Like
It's
something like
it's
this?
something like that, yeah. So I don't know if you guys heard of this, but there was a big incident on a plane where somebody ended up having diarrhea and fucking shit all over the aisle. So they had to actually turn the plane around and then go land it back where they started.
That's fucking disgusting.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see.
But the thing is,
Oh,
though,
wait, that happened a while ago, didn't
it
it?
was like a week or two ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't. This is like 2 days ago.
Some
Bring it
video
down a little bit, Kevin. Do you not understand sound?
I already turned it down once.
Yeah, but it's loud. You
Well,
can hear
it's
it.
a different website.
I get it, but you can hear it.
What are we looking for here?
There's an aftermath of shit all over the place.
Oh, they put paper.
Oh,
towels on.
I see. There's paper
Yeah,
towels.
dude,
everywhere.
it's
Okay.
it's those puppy wipes. They're everywhere. But
Whoa,
the thing is,
look
but
at
the
that
thing is
pile.
though, this is what brought me to you said parody, and I thought, wouldn't this be a great fucking movie as a parody of Snakes on a Plane, which is already almost a parody itself, but with Samuel L. Jackson also starring in this. There's motherfucking shit on this motherfucking plane.
There's hot snakes on a plane.
Yeah, we could call it Hot Snakes on a Plane.
I got hot
Dude,
snakes.
it would be the greatest fucking version of this. I mean, it could be like 3 minutes long because they have to turn it around immediately and go back and land. I don't know, man. Like, they had a bad case of, like, I don't know, fucking seafood on the plane.
Well, they kind of did that on Airplane, and everyone got sick, but it wasn't
Yeah,
diarrhea.
but this
So-
would be better
so
with Samuel
basically-
L. Jackson as the lead.
So on this flight, somebody could make it to the bathroom. They pull their pants down and just shat down the aisle.
That, I don't know.
Is that what happened?
Because I haven't read the article about it, but...
God forbid we research it.
Yeah, no, we're not researching stuff. That's who does that on a show.
I want to say as an old person probably couldn't hold their bowels, or probably a kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's a lot of shit,
It
though.
could
So
have
I'm
also
saying
been
it's a-
somebody
it's
that's
a
like,
senile
"Hey,
adult.
this will be great for TikTok."
Oh, What a terrible thing to do for
I
TikTok.
can see people doing it.
Let's see here.
So what happened, Kevin?
So
Could you imagine being in that plane though?
So this was in Atlanta, at an Atlanta, Georgia airport for Delta, and
You getting lightheaded? You all right?
No, just the thought of that's pretty gross.
Oh, see, I'm unlike most people. I don't have to think about it.
Oh,
I can talk about stuff and then not picture it.
no. So when you talk about shitting on a plane, you have no image in your head of it.
Nope.
Or the situation, what it would be like.
Nope.
That makes perfect sense. I believe you.
I could
actually, because you put no one else into consideration.
so
It's just
okay.
true. Yeah.
So it looks like
I get it.
So it looks like the plane hadn't left yet. So this didn't happen during the flight. It was when people were boarding that they saw somebody had shat down the aisle already before the plane had been boarded. And so then they had to take everyone out and they had to clean it up and so someone went on the plane before it got boarded and just diarrhea shat down the aisle.
Someone quit. That was a quit.
It was Andy Dufresne.
That was a hot quit right there.
There's a dude just walking down the fucking aisles with his hands in his pockets, and then he's pulling on these strings to let the shit out just slowly.
It was then that Andy realized he would not make it to the toilet in time.
Andy was my friend.
Man, I gotta watch that movie again. It's so good.
It's a great movie.
What about this alien thing from Mexico?
Yes.
I want to talk about that.
So
catch me up on that one.
Okay, so news about this. So what happened was the Mexican Congress did a live stream event where they had basically a congressional meeting.
Here's where we find out we're actually in a simulation, because within a week, this is all going to be said that no, that's not what they were showing. They were showing something different. It was from their college. They're mummified kittens.
Right.
It's going to be some dumb explanation.
I didn't watch the video. I mean,
I didn't watch it either, but this is what's going to happen.
Okay, so basically now I'm not going to show a video because it's like over an hour long. It's like a whole.
Why not?
I'm gonna show you
Why the
photo- I'm
fuck
gonna
would
show
you send
photos.
us it then? If it was an hour long, you should know.
Well, no, the one
I
I sent you was like one with a commentator talking over it. It was shorter.
So it was only like an hour, not an hour and a
No,
half.
I'm talking about the
45
real
minutes.
congressional hearing was like an hour or something.
Yeah, we just want to see the bodies, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So these are right here. What we're seeing here. This is apparently
so fucking stupid.
Well,
It's
God
fucking
damn it.
E.T.
That's exactly what
That's
everyone
supposed
was
to be
thinking.
1,000
Well, they're
years old.
Yeah, so they're apparently mummified. Now, apparently, according to the Mexican government, they have had scientists X-ray it.
Is that a
and all this
Siamese
stuff.
human?
I don't know, but they
Like cats? You know, they have the flat face.
They're claiming that they are non-human entities. These are X-rays of its
Its
body.
what?
Its head right there. That one was. But they actually have X-rays of other parts of the body, like its rib cage is like
So fucking
it's like
stupid,
it looks
man.
the rib cage is like it looks weird. It's almost
looks
like a
it was-
slinky.
Like it was carved out of something.
Well, and then so here's
Really
X-rays
fucking-
of its hands. It has 3 fingers on each hand, 3 toes. That's
No, those are the same real ones.
No.
Those are real too.
so. This is an X-ray of its hand.
No, I want to see the real one with the tree.
Oh, yeah,
So
you mean-
fucking stupid.
Look, look, they even showed this in there.
So the thing is now, apparently,
Kevin, you have my hopes up, man.
look, hey,
Just saying, man.
this is
That looks
like I said-
that looks like something you see at Marsh's Free Museum.
right.
It
well,
is,
well, the
it
thing
is.
is,
It's Jake the Alligator Man.
so again, this happened like yesterday, and
Mexico's just trying to get like
everybody's-
donation funds.
That's what I
okay.
mean.
Well, they
Like,
also
hey, we're running
showed
out of pesos.
they also showed like X-rays apparently like that shows its organs and stuff, which look like 3 weird-looking eggs, and then it's got like some organs up here. Where
Well, yeah,
like,
when
where
you make
our-
paper
how would a
mache-
1,000-year-old mummified creature have organs left?
They're not.
Kevin,
they're not like in the way that
Kevin,
they would have
when
been.
you
Like,
make-
mummies, like fucking someone that's been mummified or something.
Yeah, they take the
They
organs
take
out.
the organs out, but I'm saying
But
if
Kevin.
they are preserved long enough, if they aren't had their
The reason they have the
taken out,
weird shapes
they
in
will
there-
still be there. They're just like all scrunched
The
up.
reason they have the weird shapes in there is because when you make paper mache stuff,
The
you
balloon
have to
didn't
put
pop.
stuff.
Right.
You have to put stuff inside it in order to get that shape.
Let me see here. Let me.
Like,
I'm
what are they?
trying
I
to
mean,
find-
I have
What
no.
if it's- what if
I
it's-
have no doubt in my mind that the Mexican Congress had these, right?
Yeah,
But
no, like I said,
my doubt
this
is
who
they think
put
they've
that.
got aliens.
This
but
is
it's-
how pinatas started.
It's exactly. It's their first pinata. They just couldn't bust open.
Weirdly enough, one of the eggs inside it said Cadbury on it.
That's. Oh man, it's so hokey looking, dude.
That's what a
I
lot
wanted
of
to
people
believe
have been
in
saying.
that,
But like, look, hey, now that's the thing.
No, you're right.
So
I believe it now.
What? No, what I'm saying. I'm not saying they actually are. I'm saying the Mexican government says they are.
That's what I mean. That's the argument.
So here's
here.
here's one of the X-rays right here where it shows supposedly organs up here, and then there's the 3 egg-like organs.
Yeah,
down
and
here.
they say Cadbury on it.
But like, see, the
I
way
believe
I would,
that more.
See, the way I would say to prove this, they would need to have scientists from unbiased scientists from other
they're not
places
gonna
to
let
come
it
down
I mean,
and examine it.
That's like the Washington
There's
State
2 of
government
them.
saying they've got fucking Bigfoot in a fucking cryogenic chamber.
They've
But
said
you
that?
can't come see that. You can't come in and look at it. No, it was a sheriff that said he had it in his fucking cooler. You remember that? It was about 10 years ago.
Uh-oh.
The sheriff and his deputy
I don't
had
pay
shot
attention
and
to a lot
killed
of Bigfoot
Bigfoot,
news.
and they had him in their fucking chest freezer.
Yeah.
And they had pictures and all that, and they had his foot, and it was like, and then they sent a sample out, and it came back.
I
as-
do remember this, and it was stupid.
Yeah, it was dumb. It was an actual fucking
Lie.
costume.
Yes, it was an actual
Yeah,
lie.
but this was a real sheriff and a real deputy, and they were really
yeah,
you know,
lots of people do the whole Bigfoot fucking nonsense. Lots of
that's
people
what
do
I'm
the
thinking
alien
with
shit.
this thing too. Even if it is Congress saying yes, we have these, someone's
not-
either duped them or they're trying to dupe other people. But for what
And
purpose
is it
or
Mexican
reason?
Congress? I think don't they have like a parliament too or something like that?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was their like governing body.
But
that
why?
Did this,
Why
this
even? Why
meeting.
even have a meeting about it with images and shit? Like, why bring it up?
Because this is how you cure
Well, they
coronavirus.
actually, like I
Tim.
said, they brought the bodies out. They
the
revealed
purposes of
them,
what,
and then
though?
they brought these scientists out who apparently had done all these DNA tests and all these other tests on it. They showed the X-rays, and then they also said that the DNA testing had showed that it's
I don't know
not,
why, but
they're not earthbound DNA.
So did they have these for 1,000 years, or they just
No.
found them?
They dug them up.
I don't know
in
why.
Peru somewhere.
I don't know why, but I picture like Mexican scientists just like prodding it with a stick. They're like, one guy licks it and he's like, yeah, DNA fine.
So like, look, this is how they brought them out. Look, they brought them out in these boxes, and they're like tiny. Like, this is what they did during this congressional hearing.
Yeah. And the thing is, if these things are real, in 3 days we'll get everything coming back saying bullshit. They actually brought back. These were props from Spielberg and
Yeah,
his fucking.
E.T. I know they look
movie.
a lot like E.T.
That's so
But like I said,
like why? Yeah,
this is what they claim, and they show it for. Like I said, they did this
Who's
whole hearing,
they?
and the fucking Mexican government. I just said that.
I think I know why Kevin doesn't want to do conspiracy.
No
crime
shit!
anymore. His blood pressure's just fucking skyrocketing.
I don't understand this. What are you showing us? What's going on?
Fake mummies. Weird fucking dolls some kid had 1,000 years ago. The Mexican government was like, look at these aliens we found.
That's what they claim.
I remember seeing the aliens in fucking what was that, Westworld? But they weren't aliens. They were actually people.
Ah, that's so stupid.
They
That
didn't have
doesn't. That
aliens in
doesn't.
that.
That doesn't.
Look at this thing we carved out of fucking rock.
We found this
Well, okay.
in
hey,
Peru.
Look, now the thing is, though, a mummified biological, like a person, for 1,000 years, they would be similar in look.
That
They
guy's
would be
not even a fucking janitor. That
know, but
guy's a janitor.
I'm saying
that guy's not even a scientist.
I don't know who that is.
That guy just grabs a mop right after that and walks off. He's like, "Oh, sorry, sir."
Yeah,
Or whatever
I
they
don't,
sound
I don't,
like.
I don't know who all the people that were there. I mean, like all these scientists and stuff. I know nothing about them.
Yeah, no, I would expect you not to
Like I
know
said,
anything about the people in fucking
Mexico, yeah, but
There's no
again,
genitals.
This is what they claim. Well, apparently not.
Yeah, Tim.
Well, that's another.
I get it.
Well, look at it this way.
I get
though.
it.
Okay,
You've heard that before.
Let's say
Felt that
okay.
before.
There's no
Okay,
genitals.
who's to say that?
Tim's like, I'll
who's
put
to
my pants
say
back
that
on.
aliens would even have genitals?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Biological science.
Well, no, but
I
there
mean,
are animals
you
that
can-
are like asexual and say you
yeah,
know,
but they
can-
have genitals.
Okay, still maybe their genitals aren't where ours are.
They're in their fingers.
I don't
It's
fucking
in
know.
their knees like Star
In
Trek.
that movie, in that movie, Scary Movie 3, they pissed out of their fingers.
Or like in South Park where it was actually their nose.
It
nose-
seems. I mean,
Maybe they fucking lay eggs.
Looking
Maybe
at those
who
images,
knows?
they look really. I mean, it looks like a Peruvian face.
It looks fucking weird. I
but
know.
it looks like
it
the
looks
carvings they see on a Peruvian wall. It looks like maybe
Yes,
maybe
and that
someone made the
wild-haired
likeness
guy-
of their god.
Maybe so.
And
Well, apparently, like I
Or
said, they claim they
maybe
did
the
X-rays
chicken
and
came
DNA
first.
tests and all these other tests. The scientists there, and these are things they claim. They
I
showed
want-
out
I-
the X-rays.
What would the
they
DNA
showed
I
out all
believe
this
it.
stuff.
I believe it. Fuck you.
What would the DNA test say though? Like
They
inconclusive?
Well, no.
It
What?
would show the DNA sequencing.
No, yeah, they say
So
they
they found
claim
DNA sequencing of these.
they did the DNA test, and they said that the DNA does not connect to anything that's on this earth. That they've never seen anything
Bullshit!
like
They
it.
just found that on fucking Earth.
No,
That's
but-
true.
but-
That's true. Good fucking point there, Tim.
No, that
Hey.
Yeah,
it
fuck you, Kevin.
doesn't
Fuck you.
correlate to anything we've ever seen on Earth before. Is the point?
They saw those
they've-
before
it's,
that.
they're unknown DNA
They've been on Earth
sequences.
for 1,000 years, Kevin.
Kevin,
Right.
those have been around
Apparently.
for a long time.
Apparently.
Longer than you and I.
Well, hey, remember? Haven't you
Kevin.
seen those old cave drawings of like
Kevin.
UFOs and shit?
Kevin, guess what?
Maybe they've been coming here a long time.
100 years ago, when those were here, they would have never found your DNA.
You would have never existed.
Okay, fine. So what? Like, let's say.
Your logic sucks.
No, that's no.
It's the
You're
Mexican
just too
government
dumb
logic.
to get it.
It's Kevin's logic. Keep going.
I get it. I mean, I don't buy into it just because, again,
Right,
I have no doubt maybe
I
that
don't-
some archaeologist dug this up. I have no doubt that they presented it to the Mexican Congress and said, we found aliens. But my doubt is that's not a fucking alien.
Right.
That's,
Well, okay. Like I said, I don't believe it either until I see more testing done by scientists that I know are
I like how
impartial.
I like how he almost went
Fauci
actual.
over there, I was checking this alien's anus.
I
He's
like
definitely got COVID.
So,
I like how Kevin immediately goes from, an actual site, not Mexicans. You don't want Mexicans to look at this. Get actual white
Well, the
scientists.
point is, I don't know who these scientists are. I don't know what their credentials are. I don't know if they're fake scientists.
They have passports from Mexico? Fuck that.
Always takes it to the racist spot.
Kevin's like, build the wall bigger.
Well,
Well, apparently we need to build a ceiling over us to keep
need-
these fuckers
Look,
out.
I am for the dome. Build the dome.
real scientists look into this thing.
Look, okay, if let's say somebody
They're
found,
paid in
look,
pesos.
if
No way.
anybody found an alien body, I would want as many scientists in the world to examine that body as possible.
Is
to
there
make sure it's not
propositions for
fake.
that, though? Are they going to say, we'll submit this to the world?
I don't
Or-
know. This is their
It was all in
first showing of
Spanish.
it.
Kevin, did you read an article about this?
Yeah.
Well, no, I watched part of the congressional hearing, but it was in Spanish.
So that's really helpful.
I don't know. I'd be curious if they go that avenue. It's like, look, this is what we have. We present it to the world. You guys.
See, now if they did that, I would be more apt to think, okay, well, if they're going to let other scientists, actually examine these things, then
Yeah.
maybe they do think that they really have aliens.
Yeah.
But if they refuse to do that, then it's going
Well,
to be
what
harder
would be
for me
the
to
points
believe
for
this.
them? I mean, what would be the pros and cons of it? You think, like, if they refuse, the purpose would be, one, it's fake,
Yeah.
or two, they want to hang on to the rights of this by all costs.
Dude,
they want
wouldn't
that
it
that
Sure.
alien technology of, I don't know what technology they stand to gain from this. but-
Yeah, two mummified corpses.
Yeah.
Like,
Wouldn't it
What
be
are you going
great,
to learn
though,
from that?
Yeah.
If this was all a big ploy, and then Mexico's birthday, they just fucking hit it, all this candy pops out of it and shit. Like, we got you, world.
A new
You're like,
COVID.
You're like, wait a minute, what? This is all for a fucking big prank on
It's a
the
I
rest
know.
of the world?
They do look like fucking pinatas.
That's
I
Yeah.
know.
It's an art,
I think that's where they got the idea for pinatas.
it's an art project.
Yeah, some 3-year-old made it.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to keep watching and seeing what
No.
happens with this.
You're not going to
But,
see this go any further than that.
If it doesn't, then we'll know it's fake.
Yeah, because
It seems weird.
it is odd for
It's
something
weird.
like that to be presented to a government entity, no matter what country.
Yeah. Well,
But then for it to be broadcast for
Well,
other
it's-
countries to witness.
well, no, it's the Mexican government that is presenting it to the world. That was the whole point of it. They wanted to show this off to the world,
Good.
and they had all these
Didn't you just say
scientists
that?
that examined it.
Never mind.
No, I
that
thought
were
it was
there
someone presenting
explaining
this.
it.
I thought
No.
it was someone presenting this to the government.
No,
No,
Mexico,
no.
Mexico was unveiling.
Yeah, they were showing it off to the world on this
Like,
congressional
haha,
live
we
stream.
caught aliens.
And then
We're
they
we
brought-
do that every day here.
And then they brought all these scientists
And
and
then we
stuff
put 'em in
who-
jail.
Jerry got raped yesterday.
And then we put them in cages, and I don't know. I think they're still there.
Well, the first if we ever do meet aliens, the first thing I want to ask is what's with the anal probes, guys? Why?
Kevin,
What's so
that's actually
interesting?
just you.
They're like,
Yeah,
that's not us.
well-
That's your uncle.
Like, Kevin, you were homeschooled, and this happened to you.
But yeah,
I don't know why we get blamed for
if
that
we
every
get
fucking time.
if they allow other scientists to come in and
That would be
examine
funny.
it, I'll be more apt to believe it.
Kevin goes up. Hey, so what's up with all the anal probes? They're like, you were molested. He's like,
In our planet, we call that molestation.
yeah, Kevin.
What do you guys call it here?
It was like, we don't do that.
Yeah, we don't know you, dude. You're not on our list at all.
We do have camera from your room about 12 years ago when it happened, though.
Why would 12 years ago? That would have been way late in your life. Kevin's like,
Fucking 27 in his
I was
fucking
raped when I was in my 20s.
comes in,
I
it's
was
quiet
raped and
and dark.
molested by aliens in my 20s.
you weren't even
Now
molested by
that
aliens.
I realize, I think there was a zipper on the back.
His uncle's in there. Hey, champ. Are you sleeping?
Don't worry, Kevin. After this, we can play catch. We'll play catch. You want to throw the ball around?
I have a catch.
You want to throw the ball
Remember, it's our
around?
little secret. Don't tell mom and dad, okay? Here's some candy.
It is sad that most of Kevin's sexual experience started out with, "This is our little secret."
He's 27 years old. He's still got his Star Wars sheets.
Kevin's in his race car bed.
With the teddy bear.
He's like,
Close your eyes, Teddy.
He's like-
Don't look.
he's like, Uncle Jack, is that you? No, I'm an alien. Kevin's like, oh, he must be an alien.
What was it? Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Fucking, he's got an uncle. Charlie's got an Uncle Jack that raped him when he was a kid, and he's always trying to.
No,
rape
it's
him.
got to be an Uncle Jack. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just the name. I'm sorry.
Oh, golly.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, he's got an Uncle Jack.
I'm not even saying from the show. That's just gonna be the name.
Uncle Jack.
Yeah, it's going to be an uncle named Jack. That's just how it's gonna happen.
That's a good bit. Thank you for that. I mean, that's a good fucking laugh.
I think the race car bed put it over the top.
Yeah, but it's a fucking sweet car.
Kevin's like, it's fast as fuck, man. Look at this race car bed. That's why the sheets are always messy. Like, Kevin, no, that's because you don't make your bed.
No, my mom doesn't make it.
That bitch doesn't do shit for me. She stopped giving me my fucking allowance.
Kevin, you're 27 years old.
You
I've been broke since I was 15, Mom.
Kevin, you need to grow up. Can you clean your room once in a while? Yeah, but the aliens told me not to.
Make sure it's clean. Uncle Jack's coming by tonight.
It is weird that every time Uncle Jack comes over, I get visited by aliens. And he shoves one of those things up your ass.
Yeah, it's interesting piece, but it's looking at it now, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm putting a big BS on that one.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
There's no there's no point or purpose for them to present that.
See, okay, there was the X-ray showing these supposed eggs or organs.
Yeah, there's nothing there. That's balloons.
The first fucking smugglers.
Oh, there you go.
Oh wait, I see a poodle.
The balloons of heroin.
Probably a ball of hay, or whatever stuffing they used to make. it
No,
look.
but that was apparently in one of the stomachs of one of the.
How many did they say it was? Two.
There was two that they showed off.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
like I said,
I mean, it
hey,
does sound kind of nonsense.
If they let other scientists look at it and open it up to the public and that kind of thing, we'll see.
I mean, that's been
Until then, the jury's out.
That's been the push for the last year and a half, 2 years. That's been the distraction is aliens. So
Yeah,
it makes its rounds every 16 years.
Well, it's
17
been
years?
really they've been going hard on it lately.
You guys got to watch Kurt Metzger's fucking his new comedy special. It's 30-minute special. But he starts out talking about the Ukraine. And he's like, so do you guys think it's like okay to like invade a sovereign nation? And he's like, no, of course fucking not. No, you don't, right? And he's like,
Kurt Metzger's great.
And then he's like, but it does make sense though. Like, I just didn't realize that it was the cure for fucking COVID. Because we kind of just stopped talking about COVID when that happened, and it's a fucking great bit.
Although
that he starts out with.
they are talking about
COVID's
actually
coming
bringing
back.
it back.
Well, yeah,
again.
because Ukraine's spoiled. We're just not fucking caring about Ukraine
So they're
anymore.
gonna kicking
They
up
care
the
more
whole
about
alien
they
thing.
care
now.
more about Ukraine than they do Hawaii.
Yeah, that's the other part.
They
That's
give
kinda
those people a
frustrating,
one-time $700 payment to everybody, and then the
Yeah, that'll
Ukraine, they're
rebuild
giving
their
billions
house.
and billions and billions and billions of dollars.
Who is it? Oprah and The Rock are trying to raise doing a fundraiser for them, but they're not really putting any of their money up. They're asking for the public.
How do you stay rich, Tim?
Like, well,
You
that's
get other people to do it for you.
right. So you use your face as we're helping by making a video asking for help.
Yeah, Moana's helping out real well.
Well, and I was watching the Joe Rogan show the other day, and they had Tulsi Gabbard and BJ Penn on, and they both live in Hawaii, and they were talking about how the government was actually blockading Hawaii, not letting people get supplies in and out for a while.
Yeah, well, that and
you don't
the
want 'em to
land
burn
too.
up.
They're chaining off land. Like you
Yeah.
can't. This is Oprah's got a security team to keep people off of her property.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And the
if you're so
government's
willing
trying
to
to
help,
sell.
what the hell's that shit about? And now she's trying to buy shit up.
Yeah, and also the
Because
government
it's cheap now.
and all these
Yeah,
other people.
Tim.
Apparently, for
It's really
years,
cheap
Well,
to
the
buy
sh-
burnt land.
Well, the shit she had before was she bought cheap, like dollars, pennies on the dollar.
Well, yeah.
Well, the
Hawaiian
fucked up thing,
land.
apparently this area, this island that caught fire, apparently the government and corporations have been trying to buy up that land for years from the owners of the homes there. And now that everything's burned down, now the government of Hawaii is trying to do some land trade with the people that live there to basically give them other land so they can take over that land.
Do you want to dive into some really fucking crazy shit though? If like talking about buying up land, look at BlackRock.
Oh, dude, they're buying up everything.
BlackRock and their other companies that they have own about 70% of all the stocks.
It's insane.
On the what is it, the NASDAQ or
Yeah.
something like
It's-
that?
it is
They own
insane.
about 70% of all the companies in the U.S.
They're one of the
globally.
biggest pushers of the
Right?
ESG shit too.
One of the big things that they're doing too is going around buying up all the properties in America, right?
Okay.
And they're the ones that are putting out the narrative of you'll pay rent and you'll like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard something like
Yeah,
that.
Well, and-
Yeah.
they're putting out
Yeah.
that fucking shit.
They have, like he was saying, they have all these different subsidiaries, large and small, that are going around trying to buy homes from people, and then basically we've had them come to our house.
Not just that. What they're also doing is, say that you put in a bid for a house. The bid gets accepted. It goes to escrow. They come in and offer a better fucking cash grab.
Yeah, take
cash
it right out
bid
from under you.
And take it right out from under you.
Oh, they didn't know that one was for sale until it almost hit escrow, and they're like, "Oh no."
Yeah, I'm sure they have something
They
that's
got
that I
people
bet you
checking
they
this shit
not
out.
even
They get an
people.
alert.
They probably get an alert
Probably.
that says, "Oh, this property's up.
Yeah.
Might as well go get it now."
I don't doubt it.
And
So
they've
if
been
you-
buying up
yeah.
everything.
If you own your house, don't fucking sell to anybody.
Unless you want to rent and love it, because
Yeah.
that's what the masters say to do.
No,
Yeah.
it's called buying property out in the middle of nowhere and doing it there.
That's not going to be possible.
Yeah,
for
they're
going
gonna
to
buy all of it.
Yeah, they're buying up everything. It's insane.
So
And you got Bill
I mean,
Gates
what-
buying up all the farmland.
what's the point after that? Then is they're going to start muscling you out? Then am I going to have to worry about like the
Maybe.
Yeah,
Pinkertons
that-
at my door trying to buy my shit?
Not just that, but
Well, we know they'll come over for magic cards.
We do have eminent domain, and I think they sent the Pinkertons again.
Again?
Yeah,
Jesus.
that just didn't make any news because they did it once. Who cares?
Yeah. I think that's insane.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah. So
from my cold dead hands, I guess.
yeah, no shit. That's the way I see it.
But no, I mean eminent domain. They can make you leave if they're like, no, we're building a strip mall here.
Well, I do have to worry about the power cables out the back. I'm sure
the power company wants it.
line through.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
that's what
You
they'll
don't
do.
get it anymore.
Yeah.
It's not
See,
your shit.
That's
it's
what's
their
so
shit.
fucked up about this whole situation is that they can find all these loopholes and other ways to screw you out of your own home.
Right.
And
Well, not just that. They had the lobbyists to make new laws
yeah,
to fuck you out of your home.
exactly. Can't
So-
get you out the legal way now. Oh, we'll just change the laws and get you out.
Yeah, and America's fucked, right?
It's getting there.
I mean, honestly,
It's
your kids
well-
are never going to own a home.
Yeah,
and
it's well on
Yeah,
its
and
way.
that's
You know what
what
I mean?
sucks. They're both aware of that.
Yeah, and that's what's fucked up is and my sister's kids, they'll never own a home. I mean, it's just never going to happen unless it gets passed down. That's the only way anyone's going
That's
to
it.
own a home.
That's why you hold on to your home as long as you can so you can pass it down to your kids.
yeah.
That's all you can do. If you're a homeowner, do not
sad.
fucking sell your home. Pass it down.
You getting your parents.
Well, then
home?
you fuck your kids over because they
Probably.
take that as a financial gain and they get taxed the shit out of that.
No, actually, you're not supposed to. That's also written in the law.
They fixed that.
You don't get taxed on the property. You get taxed on it if you sell it within the first 5 years and massively taxed.
Yeah.
Yep. Once you live in it for 5 years and then you sell it, you get taxed at the regular rate.
What I'm saying is there's the tax on capital gains,
Yes,
getting
that's
a house
within the
is
5 years. And it's not capital gains if it's
passed on.
passed
hereditary?
on.
Okay.
No, first off, and money passed on, I think, is untaxed up to is it
It's a
5
certain
million?
amount.
I think is it 5 million or 2.5 million?
I don't know.
It's 5 million or 2.5 million, right? That none of it's taxed, none of it. But once it goes over that certain amount, then you get the death tax.
That
then-
sounds promising.
Yeah, well, that's what the Republicans named it, so that the people would be scared of it. We don't like death or taxes. Ah! And, so if you're gifted $500 billion, they tax everything over 2.5 million or 5 million, something like that. What is it? Oh, now it's more than that?
Yeah, it's
12.06 million. 12.06
So
million.
anything under that's gifted you from your family, you don't get taxed on.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. And the thing is, I think it should be pretty high.
It
honestly.
should.
Yeah,
It
because I
should.
see a lot of people taking advantage of the uber rich taking advantage of something like that.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
oh,
of
absolutely.
It's a good way to launder money, really.
Yes.
They got better ways.
Actually,
though.
there's way better ways.
Well,
that's why.
it's an avenue.
Why do you think people buy art? Why do you think people buy collectibles? Sports cards.
NFCs or
No,
NFTs?
that was the thing for a bit until people started getting left holding the bag. And now they're not worth shit. Those fucking ape ones that were all fucking bullshit. Well, this is worth $100 million. It's like, no, it's not. And then they found out, no, it's not.
Do the Logan kids get caught up in that?
Of
for a little
course.
bit?
But those guys already have an avenue of income that they
Right.
don't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
Prime-
of them's in the WWE and the other's a boxer.
Prime's
Yeah.
making them a shit ton of money. I guarantee you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, those guys are fine with that. But like anybody else, if you don't already have capital, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
That
It's the
sucks.
way it works.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Basically, this country's set up now for. I mean, it's always been more set up to help out the rich, but it's even more now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you get a consistent income when it comes to renting.
Yes.
If they're
Yeah.
renting your property, you're going to have a consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's funny thing about it too is they probably own a lot of the businesses that those individuals are working for, so they're
Yeah.
Probably.
just getting their money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this is free labor.
Well, like
Yes,
okay,
we're slaves.
Well, it's
Yeah.
fucking brilliant, man.
dude. Like one of the
Oh,
the
Those
smaller,
are the people you should actually be pissed at.
So
Not just the rich dude.
one of the smaller companies,
I
it's a
kinda
more
like that.
local one that's left a thing in our mail at our house that wanted to buy the house. I looked into them. It turns out they're a subsidiary of BlackRock.
Yeah, I get calls all the time. for it.
Yeah.
I'm getting the. Well,
Hey,
mine
we-
are more about refinancing. It's
We would like to.
refinance,
No,
refinance.
mine is all. We would like to buy the property there.
Yep. They
I'm
take a
like,
photo of your
cool.
house and put it on a little
Fuck
card.
you.
And they put it in your mailbox.
I bet you they they probably go through my mail.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man, that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
They have other ways now, man. They can just get into your financials, probably legitimately through, technology, through, the internet or something.
Boy, you
else.
really explained that well.
The technology
shit.
part had me. You know what? I think you're right.
I was on the edge of my seat for that whole thing.
Probably
Hey, you know how they're gonna get you? They're gonna come in and they're gonna do technology.
They're gonna get it through.
FBI, open up!
That's how it's
Holy
gonna work.
fuck!
It's loud, dude.
Why is that
I
so
turned
loud?
it down.
You did not.
It just keeps changing.
You turned that up earlier and then didn't turn it back down.
And I turned it back down.
Now you did. Jesus
For
Christ!
the second time.
Hit it again. Hit it again. Still too loud.
That's it. Everybody.
It's got to come down. It was down to 30% before. You somehow bring it to 50. Now hit it and see where it's at. I bet you it's going to be... That's the right amount.
Yay.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Kevin just not listening. He knows that it's 30%. Brings it up to
I
70.
don't remember it was 30%.
Well, I think it's because the first video was
Yes.
really quiet.
Yeah, the first video was very quiet.
That's why we turned it up.
You turned
But then you
your
turned it-
computer up, but you didn't turn the volume up on the YouTube app. You should
No,
just turn
that's
it-
true.
you
And
need
then
to
the
turn it
next
up and-
one, I turned the volume down on the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure it's always done on the actual app that's being used at the time. Leave the computer at the same.
That would be a brilliant way to do it.
Hey,
There we go.
I got some good ideas here, right? It's called technology.
Technology.
Look into it.
Kevin, you know how you can do this? Technology.
I've got a solution.
What is it?
Technology.
What the fuck? And
Technology.
Kevin now learns how technology works.
All right, guys.
All right, I guess we're just doing an
Fucking
hour
did
tonight.
it. We fucking did it.
One
Velvet.
one full
underscore,
hour.
Is it underscore? Is that the correct terminology
It's
for that?
dash, I think.
It's velvet-alley.com for your adult fetish, fantasy, desires, whatever else you're into. Check them out. They've got some fantastic toys. velvet-alley.com.
And the best way to get there is through technology.
Technology! And with technology, you can also go to Coffee Brand Coffee. Use the promo code GPS1
Why are
to
you
get
so loud?
5% off your purchase on the website. They got
Kevin's,
great
like, yelling
coffees
at us?
and teas. And this October, there's a new pumpkin spice one. I think they do it every year. Fucking great shit. Check them out. Coffee Brand Coffee.
Kevin, how much have we sold of that?
None.
All right. We're on our way.
We'll get there eventually.
Thanks for listening to the show. Go fuck yourself. All right, goodbye.